Wednesday, October 16, 2024 was day 2 of the Kumba Diocesan Pastoral Week. It was the day for priests, religious, and the catechists. After the opening prayer, the bishop addressed the participants. First, he expressed words of gratitude to these pastoral agents, whom he called collaborators, for the enormous work they had done for the ending pastoral year in their different places of work and assignments. It is they who actually go out like the messengers to invite everyone to the banquet. Like a true father that he is, the bishop expressed words of gratitude, thanking them for the great work they had done in terms of evangelization.
Dear Reverend Fathers, Reverend Sisters, our dear Catechists, I wish to welcome you all to this Diocesan Pastoral Week on our own day for priests and religious and catechists. I also wish to appreciate the fact that many of us try to be here from very difficult areas, transport-wise, because it's not easy for some of us. That we made the effort to be here is something that we need to praise and thank God for, and thank you too in particular. It is always an occasion of joy and happiness for a bishop to be with his closest collaborators, the priests, the religious, and the catechists. So today gives me quite some joy that we come together to discuss our work, because we are all pastoral agents and we are collaborators in the missionary work that Christ has entrusted to us. What can the bishop do without priests? What can the bishop do without the cooperation of the members of the consecrated life? What can he do without catechists? So you are like my hands, my ears, my legs, my mouth, my everything. Wherever you are, that's how the church says that you are sharers of the priesthood of the bishop. I wish to thank you for representing me there as collaborators and as pastoral agents. And thank God also for your help, that in our diocese we have not really got any case of a health challenge that we worried so much about. I thank God for it, and also for the work you have been doing in our diocese. We have been working, and I think things are moving, and the pastoral life, the spiritual life, the economic and developmental side of the diocese is moving. It's improving every day, and it's thanks to you. If you are not there, if you don't lead the people of God, many things will go wrong. And so I wish to thank you, especially for the work that you are doing.
Secondly, he exhorted them in the exercise of their pastoral ministry to guard against showing preferences. Just like the theme says, everyone should be involved and everyone should be invited to the banquet. Therefore, the priests, the religious and catechists should not show preferences, neither should they pick and choose.
And the Holy Father too calls upon us to, when we're inviting, we should invite everybody. Well, let us not have preferences. It is a terrible thing if a Christian should feel that Father has no time for me, or Sister has no time for me. Father does not even look at me. He does not even care. He has his own special people that he visits or that he does things for. The same with religious sisters. They may say that they cannot visit me since I don't have red carpet in my house or whatever. I think our role is to see to it that everybody feels that he is part of that family of God, that he is a child of God. And if you remember, that's why in our diocese I've been trying to encourage us to avoid distinction of personalities in whatever we're doing, even our celebrations. That's why I've been begging that there should be no high table. no high table in our celebrations. Let us celebrate as the people of.
In addition, he reminded them of the criticisms, the challenges and rejections they are to face, just like the messengers who went out. Some were killed, some were stoned. Yet the bishop told them never to be discouraged nor get tired.
We will all meet criticisms and meet challenges and meet rejection of various forms, but that should not discourage us. We are serving Christ and we are bringing Christ's people back to Him. It is not our people, they are God's people that we are leading to God, and we are part of those people. So even if we are being rejected, let us do what we are supposed to do. Our reward will be in heaven.
He concluded by introducing the Capuchin friars, newcomers to the diocese, who had joined the pastoral agents as collaborators and co-workers with the bishop in the diocese of Kumba. The Capuchin friars are in St. Luke's Parish, Nyandong.
Pastoral agents in our diocese, it will be good that they stand up and we see them and we wish them welcome. They are in Nyandong.
Before the presentation of the day as an aperitivo, Father Tim Francis Isonan Jume and Father Steve Kileng Noir, in such dramatic fashion like gospel sharing or a debate or symposium, x-rayed the passage of St. Matthew chapter 22, from which the Holy Father Pope Francis killed the theme for this year's Mission Sunday. Who is the protagonist of the parable? Is it the Father, His Son, the banquet, the servants, or the guests? This ushered in deep reflection as per the role of each agent of evangelization, as Father Leonard Ekwele and Sister Therese Ito reflected on the life and ministry of priests, religious and catechists vis-a-vis the theme, go out and invite everyone to the banquet with hearts on fire.
And what I am going to give, how it applies to our lives.
Their presentation dwelt on the fact that it is God's initiative. It is He who invites. It is He who gives the invitation letter. And the work of the messengers, they are only errand boys and errand girls. Therefore, no need to feel entitled or better than the others. In the second part of the presentation, Sister Therese Ito gave the practical application of this theme in the life and ministry of priests, religious, and catechists. After their presentation, interesting questions led to frank and open discussions. Have the priests, religious, and catechists been open to invite everyone to the banquet, or have there been obstacles preventing some from entering the banquet? A very important question came up. What about the marking of Christian contribution cards for deceased persons? Should those cards be marked or not? What is the impression that is given? The bishop provided an answer.
People be careful for them too, because if they mark that card, now the man will don't die in mark, or now the people that don't come for bury the marker. Church in the teach we now say, when person don't receive baptism, if you never come out church, may we give you Christian burial. The thing we go back, make we educate the people that they now say, if they bring that kind of case, and you therefore go for some mission station way far away, we will need a lot of expenditure for reach that place, make them pay the transport. Make them pay the transport for you to go for that place. And if the people that still want to give something, if they want to give something, that is okay. Then we will not force them to give something for that person in here. Offertory, fine. Or even for support church. I'm going to encourage them to give for support church. Or for offer masses for the person. They better offer masses or support church or whatever. But we will not take that money, say, we demand a card for the person. I would say be clear.
What about the sharing of meals together? During Pastoral Week celebrations, priests, religious, and catechists come together. They have a particular day because they are agents of evangelization. But when it comes to meals, especially during events and occasions, priests and religious are called, and the catechists seem to be left out.
Keep pleading and pleading that we join the people, celebrate with them, and eat with them. That is part of it. If we are serving the people and inviting them to the banquet, let us, at the same level with them, on the same platform, enjoy that priesthood, that common priesthood, enjoy that our call to be missionaries with them, without any distinction. It's the same Christ that we are following, and it's the same Christ we receive at the Eucharist.
What about the spiritual duty and responsibility, especially of parish priests, towards institutions from which they receive financial benefits, such as the Christian contribution cards of their members? They should equally assist the chaplains of such institutions, especially when it comes to listening to confession. These talks led the participants to lunch, and after the lunch, they had a plenary, answering questions that led them to some resolutions. Indeed, it was a beautiful day, a time to reflect on their role as agents of evangelization, as messengers who go out to invite. They have to do this task dutifully. They have to do it purposefully. They have to do it without pride, but with humility, because it is the Lord's banquet. It is He who takes the initiative, and they are only errand boys and errand girls.
It has been very, very wonderful and interesting that we reflect on our pastoral life and to see how far we have gone from the resolutions we had from last year. And it's my first time of attending a pastoral week, and the very first session we have had has opened me up to so many things that I did not know about, and I would say that it has been enriching for me, all for the good of our diocese, all for the good of the Christians, all for the good of the church.
Well, for me, I think that this is an opportunity for priests and religious to be reawakened about, especially about the sense of the sacred and the spirit of invitation, because the manner in which they invite and the spirit in which they bring back this invited guest, as I would say, has a big role to play in their lives and a big role to contribute to them staying at the banquet. And so for me, it's really a time for us to be aware that we have a great responsibility, and it does not only depend on the invitees as a choice, but we have a greater role to play to help these invited guests to be aware of the choices that they have to make.
This talk we hear today, go and invite everyone for the banquet. It be a very good thing for me. It touched me personally as a catechist, you know, because it's a challenge for me for a new pastoral zone. You know, when the door upgrade from mission station to a pastoral zone, plenty things then they were Christian then get for learn them, where they not been know before. So I don't give me BB work, because for we now we get for go back, see how we will get for enroll everybody, even those the way their belief it be done weak self. But now in a pastoral zone we plenty innovation than they, we see and say we will be kind in our words, kind in how we pass the teaching, the preaching, and how we go join for the zone for develop, for the community for develop. Yeah, you know, before somebody be there will not be put on the wedding gown where they be send me away. But they don't teach we say we'll not get for be that kind, we'll not get for put that kind of punishment anymore. We'll get for call everybody. Even those that can difficult Christian the way they never put their wedding gown, we'll get for still invite them, we'll get for call them and say no make them come. Together we all will be invited for this banquet. Church now for all we. You want practice what Caliphate will get for invite to. Through there gradually you will learn. So now a very big challenge for we. Say as I go now, I go within my community, I'm not going to limit myself. I go everywhere, even those where their faith be done weak, where they don't even talk, say, that one a church, that one I go tell them, say, no, nah, for all we, me una no mind, me una no follow the talk the way sometimes it don't dey drive una, me una come all will be the church. Now for we all, this God, they come for Kangi, the dash now for all man, and not select some particular people. That first people where they be wear gang now, no man no wear gang again, me all will come for this banquet and will enjoy the feast where God don't give way on.